J-Drone here. What's going on, guys? We got a JJRC X5 clone. So what, J-Drone? Another X5 clone. If you notice, there's a little box sticking out of the back of it. The reason that box is there is because, bam, 1,800 milliamp an hour, 3.7. This ain't a 2-cell, 3.7. 1,800 milliamp an hour. Usually X5s tout a 500 to 600 milliamp an hour. 1,800, dude. Or 1800 if you like to say it that way, milliamp an hour battery. This drone is touting a 20-minute flight time. It does come with legs, it does come with guards, it does come with a Wi-Fi camera. We have it stripped down. The reason we have it stripped down is to see if it can get a 20-minute flight time. If it cannot get a 20-minute flight time off of being stripped down, well then having the camera and everything in it, you're probably not going to get a 20-minute flight time. But we're going to go ahead and plug this in. We're going to get going. Could rain at any point here. Really odd overcast type look here. We have a on-off switch on the bottom. I'm assuming the blue is the back and the green is the front. I'm good with that. I like the green in the front. Our lights are flashing. Gonna turn this on. Lights are blinking. Gonna throttle up and then down. Lights go steady. Down and out. We'll start the motors. Down and out. We'll start the motors. Both sticks down. Let's see. Down and out. Start the motors. One stick down will shut it down. You don't need both sticks down to shut it down. We're going to put this over here. We do also have a high-low rate. We have an automatic flip rate. This button here, that's your gyro calibration, I think. I believe just pressing that calibrates the gyroscope. And then let's just go this way. I believe down to the left will also calibrate your gyroscope. Let's get flying. We have a 1-key takeoff and 1-key landing. And start your timer, guys. Decent pitch rate in the first speed setting. Seems to be getting good range too. Dude, if this gets 20 minutes, this thing just ate every other drone in the X5 class. And that's a tall order. If this thing gets 15 minutes, it's X5. This is not an X8 series drone. This is an X5 drone. This is not a big drone. This is identical to an X5. The only difference is that little box on the back there just to compensate for the bigger battery. I do like the blades that are on it. The blades that are on this are much like the blades that you see on the newer SEMA X5. I believe it's SW maybe. The red one, the really candy apple type red SEMA X5. And again, I'm believing it's SW. It's a little bit different shape propeller. Hopefully this rain holds out so we can do a full time test here. Go ahead and do a flip. It's good. Did you see what just happened there? Probably not, because it's a little bit far away. We'll do it right in your face. Alright, check it out. We're gonna hold this here. It rose up to the occasion. It rose up to the occasion. We're gonna do a barrel roll. And it's rising up. That is good. Why is that good? Because some of your drones don't rise up and they actually fall and drop. This one is going up a little bit to compensate. So even here, let's see. I'm going to bring this pretty low to the ground. I should be fine doing so. Alright, so we're well below my height. Like, I'll try to show you. From drone to ground isn't far. We're going to try to do a flip here. Now I've even gotten lower. You're safe. You're safe to do it close to the ground. Let's try to hover like right by the ground. See what happens. Alright, we're like right on top of the ground here. Yeah! You got a low altitude flipper here because of it compensating when you're pressing, let's see, when you're pressing flip, it's going up considerably. It's going up maybe about 6 to 8 inches, which is cool. That means when you go into an automatic flip with this, you shouldn't ever hit the ground because it has that nice feature. What else do we got? I don't believe we have much else as far as features on this. It might have headless mode. We don't play with headless mode though. We are in the first speed setting because again, I want to do a let's see if it could get 20 minutes. But we'll show you the yaw rate in the first speed setting. We will throw them in the second speed setting, and I don't know if it has a third one. but then we're just going to drop back into the first one. What up, buddy? All right. Beep, beep. That means 2. We're in the second speed setting. Yaw rate has picked up considerably. There's a little funnel action in that yaw rate. We'll come back towards ourselves. Woo! Beep, beep, beep. You know what that means? 3 speed settings, guys. I like a drone with 3 speed settings. Let's check out the yaw rate. Okay, so it has increased from the second, not much, but it has. Your pitch rate has increased greatly. So this thing's going to be able to handle a little bit of wind. Right now I have minimal wind. I have a wind coming to my back blowing that way. Very minimal though, maybe like 1 to 3 miles an hour. We're going to go ahead and throw that, try to show you the funnels in the 3rd speed setting. There's your funnel action in the 3rd speed setting. We'll bring it towards ourselves. You can drop back in the 1st speed setting. So it is what it is. It's an altitude hold X5. No special features or anything. It did come with a pretty cool looking camera without an SD card. Not thrilled about that. But it does have a common 3-prong plug underneath it that maybe you can get a normal SD card camera on this if you wanted to. Or that $20 1080p box camera. I'm sure this thing would lift it. Got some birds moving around. Got a bird flying up there, a bird just flew over there, there's a bird flying over there, you guys might not be able to see him. And I got this gnarly haze coming over, like you can probably see blue clouds like right there, and now you can probably see the bird. It's just haze, it's like dark gray, then it turns dark pink. We'll look over this way, it's super hazy, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. I had something with an X5C, I just modded the X5C. I'm not gonna let it out of the cage. If you're on drone days, you already know what I did to it, but I kind of wanted to get out here and fly this before it started raining. Fly the X5C just as well as this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the X5C out the way. I mean, over here it don't look bad, but as we fly this way, the sky changes drastically. There is no blue sky over here. It is hazy, like super hazy, weird looking colors. I don't even know if they're calling for rain, but that looks like rain to me. Then we go over here and it kind of looks alright. So let's see. I want to see what type of time we're cooking on here. And this thing don't have GPS hold, so I'm going to have to, let's see, we'll bring it towards ourselves and then we'll let it just drift back. It's kind of drifting forward. We're at 8 minutes. Got a long way to go for 20 minutes. We're about halfway there though, 8 minutes, and I'm not doing anything. The wind's kind of just pushing it, but the altitude hold looks good. Altitude hold definitely looks good on this. It's working. And again, guys, if this thing hits 15 minutes, it ate all the X5Cs out of the box. If this thing hits 20 minutes, don't buy another X5C. Do not, I mean, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying X5C. I'm really hammering it in on there on SEMA. Don't buy another X5 clone. If this thing hits 20 minutes, do not buy another SEMA X5C. Do not buy another Striker. Do not buy, what other X5s out there? JJRC makes them as well. There's a lot of people who have cloned the X5s. If this thing hits 20 minutes, I don't see any reason wasting money on another X5 unless this is not jumpable. If this isn't jumpable, then maybe you want to get a bind and fly X5C like I did videos on, just to kind of tromp around on if you have the jumper and get epic range. I mean, this thing's seeing good range. We're taking it out here, Still in control of it. We're past 100 meters. We are well past 100 meters. I still have control of it. I can see that I'm pitching left to right. And we're actually going to turn around and come back this way. Well past 100 meters with it. And the way I know 100 meters, there's a birch tree right at the end of this road here. That's my 100 meter mark for when I'm standing here. If I'm standing up there, it kind of doesn't work that well. But we went well past that. We went over into the next the next path over there. I'm going to try to bring it up close to get it in your face, like I try to do. That way you guys can see what these drones look like in your face. Not that you should be putting them in your face, but we'll get a little underscope here. A little look at the lights. Yeah. I'm going to try to pitch down. Bam. Little head hunting J drone. Woo! Don't want to crash. If I crash, that kind of screws up my flight time. I mean, it's not hard to do, but as far as calculating it. And again, we are in the first speed. Again, we did toggle through the second and third speed. It has 3 of them. And recall, in case you jumped in on this video somehow midway point, you could be really low to the ground, which we'll get. Be really low to the ground and do a flip, like I'm super low to the ground. And hold on, get away from the brush. That time it bounced. I was super low, but as you can see, we didn't crash. The blades didn't hit because it actually rises up. It rises up considerably, which is nice. I think all automatic flippers should do that. Here it comes, here it comes. Woo! Coming on back for seconds. Link for this will be down below, guys. I've been sitting on this. It's been sitting in the box. It's been sitting in the box, and I really didn't have nothing planned for today, so I figured, why not open this up? Why not check it out? I did not know that it had such a large battery in it. I really didn't even see on the package that that was the advertising feature for this. 20-minute flight time, because normally you see 20-minute flight time, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't even get close to that. But once I saw that battery, I'm like, what? And that was it. Once I saw the battery, even before I seen the 20-minute flight time, I took a picture of it and posted on Drone Days. You hear me keep referring to Drone Days. If you don't know what it is and you're on Facebook, it is the best Facebook group for drones on Facebook. We are the most proactive. We don't like to bash people. Very helpful to our members, to one another. Very positive group. So link for the drone will be down below. Link for Drone Days will be down below. Definitely click both if you want to check out both. If you're not on Facebook and you just want to check out the drone, by all means check out the drone. Link will be down below. The sticks on this, this little stick that I just pulled off mid-flight, as you can see, you actually had to put in, and I don't know if there were screws for them or not, but they fit in pretty good. I tried to take one off just now, and it took a little bit of time to get it off. So that's nice that they shouldn't come off during flights. All right, what time are we at here? It's getting dark. All right, we're gonna let that sit there. It should drift backwards. We're taking our hat cam off. We are at 13:54. 13 minutes and 54 seconds we are at, and I'm sure I had maybe a minute wind-up, minute and a half wind-up. So we're past the 10-minute mark. We're past the 10-minute mark. No LVCs going off. This is a 20-minute test. I mean, we've tested range on it. The range worked. We've tested speed rates. We have 3 different speed rates. Third speed rate, you really buzz around. But as you can see, with little to no wind, this thing's buzzing around just fine. The flip, I like the flip. You can do very low automatic flips with this and not have to worry about hitting the ground with your blades. We got extremely low, like I was hovering about that high off the ground with it, and we did a flip, and it did the flip, but it came back down and just the bottom of it touched the ground. So that's probably as low as you can go. Oh, it's getting dark. It is getting dark. My blue sky is still kind of right there, but off in the distance, it's super dark. Let's check behind us as we fly the drone that way. It is dark. I don't know that I'm going to get to fly my modded X5C. Clouds are moving too. I can actually see them moving. Like here, we'll hold this here. Maybe you guys could see them. We'll hold the drone right. What is that? I thought that was a chopper again. Yesterday I had a helicopter fly like, here, I could probably put the drone up as high as it was flying. Probably right there. Where that drone is, that's probably as low as that was flying. But we're going to try to keep the drone in this area right here, just so you can kind of see, maybe you can see those clouds moving. I mean, obviously you want to keep your eye on the drone because that's what this is about. And it's not a cloud video, J-Drone, what are you doing? But these clouds are moving pretty quickly. Trying to keep my head in one position here. I know I'm panning back as this thing's going up, but here, we'll try to keep it, try to keep the drone like right here. No, I want it up higher. I want it up higher so you can see the clouds. Maybe like right here. We're just going to kind of hover here for a second. Hoverability? Passed. I am on the right stick. I am trying to control it as far as its position in space goes. But I'm also trying to keep my camera lens in one spot. That way you guys can see these clouds moving like I'm talking about. Hopefully you guys can see them. I would think you'd be able to. We'll stay here a little bit longer. Too much longer, I will get a stiff neck. Okay, that's good. You guys should have been able to see it. Neck's nice and stretched out. I will say that's one thing about flying drones line of sight. You get a neck workout. I mean, unless you're just flying directly in front of yourself. Like if you're just flying like this, your neck's probably not going to move too much. But the way that I fly, I often get a neck workout. Go up in altitude, I'm like, what? Fly over myself like this. Like, what? Still no LVC. That battery, 1800 milliamp an hour battery. Higher milliamp an hour you get on a battery, like for some people, some of the new people that may not understand what I'm so stoked about, it's the same voltage as a normal X5's battery at 3.7. That's typically what's in an X5, 3.7 volts, and normally you see 500 to 700 milliamp an hour size battery. That's the size of your battery. That's the thickness. That's the width. That's the duration of juice in it. It holds more juice the higher mAh you go up. So if you have a 3.7 that's a 200 milliamp an hour, it's probably an itty bitty little square. If you have one like in this case that's 1800 milliamp an hour, it's a wide, big rectangle, as opposed to a small, thin rectangle that we generally see with a 3.7 volt, 500 milliamp an hour. So hopefully some of you new guys, milliamp an hour, what is that? Hopefully I just explained that to you. That's it breaks down to longer flight duration, more juice in the battery. It's a higher capacity battery. I guess that'd be a better way to put it. Like, there's juice in the battery? I'm thirsty. J-Drone said there's juice in them batteries. I'ma get me a 1800 milliamp an hour and quench my thirst. Don't do that. Do not do that. We are flying, man. This thing is cruising. And we got decent altitude. I didn't do a serious altitude climb. We got decent altitude, though. And again, for me, I'm testing the 20-minute mark advertised flight time. It does come with a camera. We got an LVC. Okay, LVC's going. I'm going to push it up higher so we can see our time here. We are at 19 minutes and 37 seconds with maybe a minute wind up. So we can, we'll judge that on when I took off. So judge from when I took off, subtract my wind up. That's what time you're going to get your LVC. If you're flying in calm conditions in the first speed rate. We're going to fly this until it drops out of there, until it self-lands. I want a very accurate time assessment on this battery. Let's see up. Is it gonna? It'll go up. A lot of drones, when you hit LVC, it will not allow you to go up above a certain ceiling. This will, so keep that in mind too. Keep your eyes on those LED lights, and it's a quick flicker. It's not a blink that we're generally used to, so you're gonna have to keep your eyes on those LEDs. Here, we'll bring it down so you can see it. Blink, blink, blink. Normally we see just a blink, 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 a rapid blink, unless maybe that's the first set of LVCs. Maybe it has 2 sets of LVCs, LVC warning, like I've seen on a lot of things as of lately. Just gonna keep flying it here. And again, I'm not baby flying it now that we got the LVC. I'm still flying it the way that I've been flying it this entire time to get a very accurate assessment on this 1800 milliamp an hour battery. And some guys will take this, wow, 1800 milliamp an hour. I'm going to do a bench test. I'm going to tie this down and I'm going to throttle up and see what type of flight time I get. That is an inaccurate way to test a battery. I'm sorry. Anybody that's doing that, I wouldn't watch them. I've seen the bench tests, so I say I wouldn't watch them. I'm not watching them anymore because I don't appreciate false statistics. And that's what that is. That's an inaccurate time. You're stressing the motors out because you're weighing the drone down heavily, like as a massive payload, and you're also not dealing with any type of flight conditions. You're not dealing with air pressure dropping the higher up and lower you go in altitude. You're not dealing with normal flight environment. You're not dealing with natural outside temperature, because most people's homes are climate controlled. I don't like those tests. And I'm J-Drone, and I approve that message. We're cooking here, man. We are cooking. This thing ain't dropping. I'm thinking we're going to see over 20 minutes. I'm thinking that 20-minute time mark. There, we got a double blink, or a constant blink LVC. We got a constant blink LVC right now. Let's see if it'll limit our height. Let's see if it'll limit our height now. Now it's doing the normal blink, 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 blink. Let's see if we could go up. Nope. It's limiting our ceiling on that blink, 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 blink. So that's as high up as it'll go in altitude. Once you get your second LVC warning, we're going to continue flying it. We're going to continue flying it until this thing drops. And now I'm super limited. I'm all the way up. That's all the altitude it's letting me. And go over here. It's dropping. There we go, guys. So what do we got? We got 22 minutes and 54 seconds. I don't think my windup was 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes long. This thing probably saw a 21-minute flight time, if not more. You guys judge from when the blade started spinning. Guys, I'm J-Drone. Go buy this drone. If you're into X5s, if you're into the X5 drones, if you're into a long flight time, get you one. Link will be down below. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Any questions, comments, concerns, get at me. And if you're going to fly safe later.